PR out and about, and after I twisted her arm long enough, she agreed to do that. So the stipend will be for the PR component moving forward over and above her work here. But as I've said to everybody, and I'll say it again, I mean, naturally there will be some overlap where she will have to do some PR while she's here during the day. Most of that information flows to our office anyway. So again, it was a natural selection, if you will.
The position description changed, as in many times position descriptions are identified in other assigned duties from the supervisor.
Yeah, I think that we probably have a caveat in her current job description as other duties as assigned by the superintendent or his or her designee, so I would probably put this in that category.
And how did you come up with the $7,000 as a stipend? And what would be the final salary?
Yeah, can we, Mr. Aliota, I think we're getting into executive session type
Yeah,
discussion, are we not?
yes.
Board,
Hang on, please.
if the board desires to go to executive session regardless.
We did discuss this in our
We did.
last executive session,
Yes.
Mr. Aliota. This is a consensus of the board because it is similar to some of the what we pay Mrs. Sitter as our board secretary. That's how we came to this, and that was discussed previously.
Did you hear that? The board has discussed it previously.
In depth.
Yes.
Okay, was it documented?
It is now.
Hey, Louis,
It was in executive session.
Lou, there was a high and a low, and we split the difference, so we definitely discussed it.
And if you recall, Mr. Aliota, we're also talking about $15,000 or $20,000 to have the township come over and do PR for us. So we think it's a pretty good bargain for the district from somebody who is natural in a PR position.
And there's no training.
And what did the full-time position pay previously?
45 or so when
Yeah, it was
Eric had it.
40-some thousand dollars plus benefits, so you're looking at, right, 60.
Quite a cost savings then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, any other discussions? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I lost my way. That's it. That's it for me.
Okay,
Thank you.
Solicitor's report?
No report.
Remarks, school board remarks.
Could we provide Linda with 2 or 3 haircuts a year? That's what we do with the people in TV. She's a haircut. We'll send her down to Panache, I think it's called. You know, get her a makeover.
I don't think we can afford that.
I proceed cautiously.
Hey, go on.
Hey, it's a perk of the job if you're going to do PR.
Should we-
Just kidding.
Okay, board comments.
Yes, Mr. Deposito. I have introduced a number of issues through correspondence, and the responses from you as the board president is that it doesn't come under the jurisdiction or the purview of the board. You have not responded as to whether it goes before the board to determine whether it is or is not board responsibilities. So can you please send me a written response as to why my correspondence are being not being discussed by the full board, and you are making the decision unilaterally that the information that I'm providing, you're stating that it is not board under the board's jurisdiction. I'd appreciate
given you several, and they are not part of board. What you are asking is not under our purview. We have no control over some of the things that you're asking for. We're here for school board business. What you're asking for is over and above that, and we have a lot of work to do, and therefore, it's not school board business. I told you that several times.
Yeah, are you addressing conflicts of interest?
There are ways that if someone is aware of something happening over and above what the school board does, then they have somewhere to go, put it that way.
Okay, where do they go?
Wherever you would like them to go. I'm not going to tell you where to go for that. If you have a problem, then you should.
Yeah, Mr. Placido, the superintendent has a responsibility under our district policy to educate, train, advise board members of the ethics law.
Mr. Aliota, that's as a board. That board is a group of 9 with myself being the 10th person. I do not have an obligation to answer you personally every time you send me an email or provide a written response to you personally.
Yeah, Mr. Hall, I do understand that. I do understand that. But if it is a district policy that you have the responsibility to train and educate board directors on the ethics law, then I am asking the president of the school board to review what I've submitted on a conflict of interest.
I have reviewed it, and if
I
you,
will leave it at that.
okay,
I will leave it at that. And again, if Mr. Placido would like to respond to my inquiry and response to my question as to whether he is taking a unilateral decision and saying that it is not board responsibility, that's fine. That's fine.
it's not a unilateral decision, Mr. Aliota. It's the way it is. You're asking for things, again, I repeat, over and above what the school board is responsible for. There's no doubt about it. And I've responded several times
Okay.
with that same message, and I don't know where else to go with it, honestly. I mean,
Well, okay, well, you stated that I could take it out of the district.
you do what you need to do for whatever issue you may have, but it's not school board business what you asked for.
Okay.
Mr.
Thank
Aliota,
you.
may I interrupt just a second? Do you remember the symposium, the legal symposium we were just at about a month ago?
You're coming in normal. Who is it?
It's just Ben Pike. I apologize. There was a legal symposium that we attended about a month ago. You were in attendance. Do you remember that?
I am having difficulty hearing.
Here, wait, we'll get you closer.
Mr. Aliota? Do you remember the legal symposium we attended about a month ago or so? Okay. There was a Mr. Jason, I believe, from the Ethics Committee. Okay. I spoke to him specifically about some of the issues that you have brought up. And he has told me, and I will provide you his number, you can call him. Those are not school district business. It's not under the purview of the superintendent or school board or the school directors or the school district. If you have a problem with the ethics, you should call them.
Okay, let me ask you, Mr. Mike, did you get anything in writing from Mr. Jacobson?
I did